Hello everybody, and welcome to another little Ill-Advised Records channel update. As you probably saw in the title for this video, this is going to be a little bit of a Halloween update, or a pre-Halloween update. As anybody who has been around here since last year, which is really most of the people on this channel, you know that we do Halloween around here. We really do Halloween. There's always a lot of stuff coming out around Halloween, and I spend pretty much half the year, if not longer, just planning Halloween stuff. So I wanted to take the time in this video to tell you guys a little bit about what's going to be coming up this Halloween season. I'm going to talk about some of the mixes we're going to do, some of the releases we have coming up, and some special new products that are going to be hitting our shop this season. So without further ado, we'll just jump into it one after the other. So the first thing to talk about is, as you guys know, we do a Halloween mix every year, and I'm thrilled to say that this is going to be no different this year. We're going to put out yet another Halloween Lo-Fi mix. It's going to be Halloween Lo-Fi Mix 3, and that's going to be coming out on October 1st. And it's going to likely drop around noon on that day, Eastern Central Time, and yeah, you guys can come check out the premiere. Last year we had something crazy. I think it was like 350 people all at once watching the premiere video of our Halloween Lo-Fi Mix 2, which was insane. I never could have imagined we would have that many people all in one premiere at one time. But you never know, maybe this year we'll even top it. So if you guys want to contribute to that, then make sure you stop in on October 1st and check out the premiere for the new mix. I'm pleased to say the mix is done. I've already made all the music for it. It's an hour of new dated tracks, all dark lo-fi hip-hop, that jazzy horror movie inspired dark beats with all the little audio snippets that you guys like to hear from horror movies and things like that. It's all going to be there. So really stoked for that to drop, and yeah, it's going to be a great way to usher in that Halloween season. And on the topic of the Halloween Lo-Fi mix, I'm super excited to show you guys this. This is the Halloween Lo-Fi triple cassette, sort of like box set, I guess you could call it. And as you can see here, it has all 3 years, including a little sneak peek at the graphic for this year's mix, of the Halloween mixes. So as anyone who checks out our shop and has bought any of the dated tapes knows, you can buy all the dated albums that have come out so far, but you have not until now been able to buy in cassette form any of the tracks from the Halloween Lo-Fi mix that dropped last year. And so this will be your first opportunity to get the Halloween Lo-Fi songs on cassette, and as well as that, it'll be the only opportunity to get this year's Halloween Lo-Fi mix on cassette. And as you can see, looking at the back there, there are all 3 years of lo-fi, Halloween lo-fi mixes on there. This is 3 hours total of Halloween lo-fi music. These are going to be limited to 66 copies. That's all we're going to be selling of these. And the pre-orders for these are going to go up on September 1st, and we're going to start shipping these out on October 1st, right after the new lo-fi hip-hop Halloween Mix 3 drops. So you can see on the side there, collected volumes 1 to 3, and there's even going to be an edition number on the back that we will fill in there, so you'll know which out of the 66 you managed to grab. And it's got all 3 of the cassettes in there. This is a special, very difficult to get our hands on triple cassette jewel case here. So this actually is all 3 tapes in one giant jewel case. You can take a look at one of the tapes there, special orange cassette tapes for this mix, and it has in this case the full track listing for each of the mixes, so that you guys can know exactly what songs are on these. And this even includes the unreleased tracks that have been scattered into some of these mixes over the years. So it is the only opportunity to get some of those on cassette tape, and it has unique artwork made specifically for this release, which was a lot of fun to work on, and I think it turned out really, really good. So yeah, if you guys are into these, keep an eye out on the shop. I'll make an announcement when we actually drop these. More than likely, the price on these is going to be $35 US, which will be only just slightly more than buying 3 cassette tapes from the shop anyways. And these are going to come with special stickers, limited edition little things like that, and I'm even going to try to toss some candy into the packages for the orders of these, so it'll be a fun little Halloween thing to get. So I hope you guys are as stoked about that as I am. Moving on from the Halloween Lo-Fi mix, we are also going to be packing the schedule from September through the end of October with releases. Yeah, we're going to have roughly 1 new album drop every single week for all of September and October. There's going to be a new Brook album dropping, there's going to be a new Conebuster album dropping, there's going to be a new Zy Cowan album dropping, which if you guys heard his last Future Funk effort, you're going to be surprised to know that the new one is very Silent Hill themed and has a very different sound to it, so I think it's going to be a great fit for the season. Very excited for that. There's going to be a new Net Cult album dropping. There's going to be a new Dated album dropping. And for those of you who heard me say that the new Dated album was going to be the Weather Channel 3, that has actually changed. It's not going to be the Weather Channel 3 anymore. Instead, it's going to be an album called Devil's Night. And so it'll be a very fitting thematic album for the season. And not only is there a full hour of new music in the Lo-Fi Halloween mix, it's all going to be new music on that album as well. There's not going to be any overlap. And I'm just so excited to show off the album artwork for that because it turned out super well. So there's that new Dated album that's going to be coming. There's also going to be a new album from a new project called Gravekeeper, which is like horror synth, dark synth, kind of like house music. Those who are members of the channel will have seen a preview of Gravekeeper quite some time ago, many months ago now. So that album's going to be dropping this Halloween season. There's also going to be a drop from a new project called Ghost Wave. There's going to be an album called Sam Hain by them, and it's kind of a mix of dark lo-fi hip-hop and sort of like looping vaporwave, almost like dark plunderphonics kind of stuff. So it's very atmospheric and very fitting for the season. On top of that, I am working with the other artists to see if we can get any other releases lined up, so there may even be more than that coming. So basically a release a week. I think that's 7 releases, something like that. I may have even missed some. There's so many things coming up. So a lot of new albums dropping September and October. On top of that, there's also going to be a lot of new mixes. There's going to be a combination of mixes that you know and love. There's going to be certainly enough new dark lo-fi hip-hop by that point to do dark lo-fi hip-hop to Lay Awake and Succumb to Crippling Anxiety 2 Part 4. Quite a mouthful there. But you can expect one of those to come out around then. There's also going to be some other thematic mixes that I'm not going to quite get into, but they're pretty Halloween fitting, and I think you guys will be really into them. There's also going to be a new sort of video mix called the Halloween Dark Synth Picture Show, which is going to be a sort of grindhouse cinema themed compilation of horror movie edits set to all kinds of different dark synth music. So that's going to be a really fun one to release as well. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be all kinds of cool mixes coming out September and October. On top of that, I'm going to do my very best to put out possibly just as many lo-fi live videos, that is Halloween lo-fi live videos, as I did last year. That's the good old Halloween decorations and the skeleton hands playing some nice dark lo-fi beats for Halloween. So I'm going to be trying to put potentially one of those out every week. So there's going to be a lot of new long-form videos coming out every single week, certainly throughout October. And on top of that, for those who may be disappointed to know that the Weather Channel 3 was not the Dated album that's going to be coming, you'll be happy to know that I'm also planning a Halloween special of the Weather Channel podcast that's going to be dropping in October. So while you're not getting the Weather Channel 3 as a tape, you're basically getting way more dated music than a Weather Channel tape would give you, and you're even going to get more Weather Channel skits through that podcast than you would have gotten on a tape anyways. So kind of the best of both worlds. So I'm really excited to make that Halloween special of the Weather Channel, so that will be a really fun thing to drop this October. And that's just the stuff I've got planned right now. There's a lot of time still, a whole month between September and now, and even throughout September and October, I'm going to be working on new videos and new mixes and all kinds of cool stuff to put out. So you guys can just keep your eyes peeled and see what's coming up in that season for yourself. I'm going to try at some point to potentially put together some sort of release calendar once I've got the 100% official dates that every single thing is going to be dropping on. But until then, hopefully this gets you guys pretty excited for all the content that we've got coming up. This does, of course, mean that the releases might be a little bit lighter this coming August as we sort of ramp up and get ready for this Halloween season. As you guys may have seen, there haven't been a ton of new mixes coming out lately, and there's just been the one dated album release recently, and that's just because so much stuff is getting made for this Halloween season. So really excited to show all this stuff to you guys, and I hope you're as excited as I am. That's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys found this pretty interesting, and I'll see you in the next one. If you guys thought this was cool, be sure to give it a like, give me a comment if you've got any thoughts, or if you're stoked about Halloween, let me know. And if you guys aren't subscribed already to the channel, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of these cool releases that are coming up. And if you are subscribed, make sure you hit that notification bell, otherwise you very well may miss them. So see you guys in the next one, and good night.